Hello and welcome. I'm joined by John McDonald, President and COO of ABS, a global leader in classification services. Thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's jump right in. How do you see the role of China unfolding in the energy transition, and how is ABS responding?
Well, it's a great question. And being here today at Marintec and this whole week is really showing that China is leading the way in where we see the future of shipping, the decarbonization, digitalization, and the lead that both the shipyards, the designers, the ship owners to have in China is really staggering. They have progressed through the years to basically be the leading country as far as shipbuilding, ship ownership, and really looking at what the future is to get us to that 2050 goal that we're all looking at. From ABS's standpoint, as the leading class society here in China, we are very much focused on supporting the industry, as I mentioned, around the shipyards, the designers, and the owners, really around new designs, and also the focus around digitalization and decarbonization that supports the decarbonization efforts across the board. What we've done is specifically moved in as far as our technology capabilities and our sustainability capabilities to support the industry. And we continue to grow here around both the owner side, around decarbonization and optimization of the fleets to support that decarb effort. But we've also started bringing in a lot of new technology around new designs, optimization of those designs, future designs, specifically around the gas market. When you look at, or I should say, the energy transition market that China is very much focused on today. When you start looking at those new designs, a high majority of those are focused around the optimization, as I mentioned, of those designs, but also what it takes to get us to that 2050 target around not only the fuels that will be used, and the focus around the reduction of carbon emissions from those vessels, but also around the different cargoes that are starting to be looked at to support the energy transition throughout the world. And China is really looking at leading that effort. They have actually focused on not only just the gas market around LNG carriers, but also ammonia as a fuel, ammonia as a cargo, and the LPG market as well. When you look at offshore, they now are very focused around FLNGs, FSRUs, and ABS is leading the way with many of our partners here in China.
And ABS have unveiled a lot of innovations here at Marintec, including JDPs and AIPs. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we're very, very excited about that. We're working with partners across China around some AIPs that have been announced and will continue to be announced this week. In total, I think we have 28 AIPs that we're looking at, and really focused around the gas market. We have some very interesting new designs in the LNG space, and different sizes, different market focus around the LNG carriers. But not only that, but also upgrading some of those designs so that we're optimizing them, as I mentioned, so that those vessels for the future will have a smaller footprint as far as the overall emissions that they emit. We're also looking at onboard carbon capture systems for many different vessel types. And then, as I mentioned, the offshore space, we have a few AIPs that are very exciting around the FLNG and FSRU space, where we're looking at some future projects that will be coming into play, and those AIPs will support that. So ABS is completely engaged, and a lot of, as I mentioned earlier, the workforce that we have, the continued investment around our engineering capabilities and our technology support continues to grow here. So ABS, if I didn't mention, is about 750 personnel strong here in China as a whole. We have over 500 vessels on order, and we'll continue to support the industry to as I mentioned, be in that leading class society here in China to support the industry.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
And you've spoken a lot about the role of green corridors in energy transition. How do you think they'll be contributing?
Yeah, so green corridors are very interesting. So, in a kind of in the maritime industry, and not only just on the vessels themselves, but also the supporting infrastructure, the ports, the terminals, the bunkering facilities, the different fuels availabilities that are needed. There's a lot of opportunity and a lot of different options that owners can use as far as what that future vessel looks like, what the future routing that they'll be taking from point A to point B. Green corridors help narrow that decision as far as taking a route, say from Shanghai to the west coast of the United States, and having ports work together, governments work together, industry working together to define what that corridor looks like and what the capabilities are, what the availabilities of certain types of fuels, methanol, for example, or LNG as a fuel, that will be kind of tied into that port-to-port delivery. And how ABS is playing in that is we work with these coalitions of partners and really start defining what that looks like as far as the routing, whether it's the ports, the bunkering facilities, that availability of fuel, the design of that vessel that will be doing the port-to-port delivery of cargo. ABS has come out with some very exciting technology around simulation, where we take all those different variables within that green corridor that are being looked at and run what the best kind of decision might be, what those options might be to support that green corridor, and work with those partners within that entire kind of envelope of the A to B route, and help define exactly what the best fuel might be, the best availability, pricing that might come along with that, and of course the vessel itself, and how we can best optimize that green corridor to reduce that overall carbon footprint.
Thank you so much.
Very, very exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your insights today, John. I hope you enjoy the rest of Marintec.
Okay, thank you very much.